going on YouTube? It's RT Tyler back with another video. You see the title, you see the hood open. We're gonna be doing something to the engine bay today. It's not a performance mod, but it is a preventative maintenance mod, I guess you can say that. So yeah. So here's the thing with these Hemis, with these Chargers. Are oil catch cans really worth it for your Hemi, for your Charger, or whatever? Are they really worth it for the engine? So we will be taking a look inside the engine bay real quick. I had to pop that hood because it is hot outside. That engine is like 200 degrees, you know. You gotta let it cool off a bit before we start jumping in, working right onto it, before we burn ourselves. But so the reason why most people get oil catch cans is because direct injection, it produces a lot of oil and soot and sludge, all that, to be built up into the engine, and that right there is not good. So port injected is actually better. So port injection sprays fuel directly from on top of the intake valve, which actually washes the oil and all that soot and sludge I was talking about. It washes all of that down. So really, there really is no reason why you should get a oil catch can for an port injected vehicle. But hey, if it prevents any kind of minor maintenance in the future, why not go ahead and do it? So today we are going to be installing the oil catch can on this 517 Hemi, and I will show y'all how we do it. So as you can tell right here, and on the other side, it's the same thing, obviously. Those right there are the fuel rails, and which means it is port injected. If it was direct injected, the injectors will be further down near the pistons. So all Hemis, the RTs, the Scat Packs, the Hellcats, all of those are port injected. The Camaros, the Mustangs, those are direct injected. So those will be more prone to having some kind of oil built up, or having some kind of sludge and carbon cleaning, all that other stuff that you wouldn't have to worry about if you have port injected. So here's the reason with port injection. Port injection actually burns more fuel than a direct injected vehicle. So the reason why these things are so terrible on gas is not only because of the engine, not only because it's so heavy and it's a brick, but because these things are port injected. It burns more fuel and all that other stuff that you are paying more gas for. Essentially, for example, I work at an Audi dealership, right? Those Audis are direct injected. So those cars come in to get the oil separator done, which is basically that, because it's direct injected and they have oil built up and all the other stuff. Those techs be in there for days trying to get all the oil, the soot, the sludge, and all that stuff out the intake, because there's so much in there and it's bad. Like, I would rather have a port injected car any day rather than take apart half the engine, have my car sitting, spending thousands of dollars to have carbon cleaning and all the other stuff done for where I can just get that. So we are going to be installing this oil catch can here. So the tools you will need is a screwdriver, a needle nose pliers, a ratchet with a 13mm short socket, and obviously the oil catch can, and it comes with the hardware right there. So I did get this oil catch can from American Muscle, and this here is the brand I went with, and I will leave the part number and everything down in the description below. Also, you're probably wondering why this right here is still stocked. Every time I go to order this thing, it's always on back order or something going on. So next video, or I wouldn't even say next video, or 2 videos from now, y'all will see this thing will be a cold air intake. So be on the lookout for that. So first things first, you are going to be taking off this hose first. Keep in mind the engine is still a little hot, so be mindful of that. But I might burn myself a little bit, but we're going to be taking off this hose. And you also, if this other hose does not come off with it, take off that one also with the needle nose pliers. And yeah, so as y'all can see, the whole thing did come off all at once, so thank God for that. So next thing we'll be doing is installing the bracket, which is in that box right there. I'll go grab that real quick, and we will install that to the car. The only struggle so far was trying to get, this little clip out, this little Christmas tree little thing right here that grips on the inside of the thread. So what I had to do is take this needle nose pliers, I can't talk, take this and try to snag around it, not the wire, try to snag around it and pull it out. And that was my easiest way. So that was a struggle so far. I got that. So now we'll be installing the bracket right here that sits just like So I had some technical difficulties, man. The bolt I was supposed to secure the bracket to the engine bay or to the engine itself, I lost that bolt down in there somewhere. So I'm gonna have to go to wherever hardware store and get a 13mm bolt. But I did go ahead and mock it up for y'all to get y'all understanding of how everything works and stuff like that. So I did have to screw these two, and so this all right here is one bracket, right? Besides this, I had to screw these two bolts onto the top of there, fit that and tighten it down so it goes on top of there, obviously. So I had to use the extra little these things right here because it didn't fit. Well, lengthwise it didn't fit, so I had to use those two provided for me, which is good they did that. So I've been mad if I got this far and they didn't provide what's needed to be provided. So I got that, did that right there so it can fit lengthwise, and same thing up here like so. So I had to do that. Everything is good. I just had to go get that bolt so it can tighten down to the engine and won't move around and stuff. So yeah, that's how everything looks. Now all I do is put the engine cover back on, and that will be all. But next, that thing right there gotta go. Finally, some performance mods to this thing is gonna be happening soon, so y'all take a look at it, man. Every time you want to get rid of this thing, man, every time you clean it, this thing gets better and better. So something new is coming soon. I'll just put it out there. Something new is coming soon, so just bear with me, y'all. But yeah, that is the install of the J&L oil separator or oil catch can, however you want to put it. That is it for today's video. It's RT Tyler, and I will catch y'all in the next video.